Hey everybody, it's Brian coming at you live here in Southwest Oklahoma. Teaming up with John and Jenny Reverts of In Christ Ministries, and today is chapter 3 of Faith, Trust, and How God Directs Our Path. And so, hope this last week has treated you guys well. Hope you got to catch episodes, or I should say chapters 1 and 2. And so, again, a big shout out to John and Jenny Reverts. Here, I got my little pup here. His name's Ranger, so say hi, Ranger. Hi! And so, anyways, just outside here enjoying this beautiful Sunday evening. And today, like I said, is our final chapter of Faith, Trust, and How God Directs Our Path. And if you didn't get to watch chapters 1 and 2, I highly encourage you to check out chapters 1 and 2. You can find that at inchrist.org or by checking John and Jenny Revert's Facebook pages and social media. And so, we're going to tag them in this. And if you have gone through some struggles with our current coronavirus, maybe you had your plans derailed, that's really what this whole series is about, is essentially how my focus was on a huge trip to go to India to hike and climb in the Himalayas. And all those plans got derailed because of this current coronavirus that has been a global pandemic. And chapter 1 really kind of goes into the history of me and my health struggles. And then chapter 2 really is all about how that I had worked so hard to plan for this trip, and that trip got derailed after years of planning. And so little did I know, and of course I'm outside, guys, so of course you're going to hear some barking. And so please bear with me. You might hear some cattle, some dogs, and some wind chimes and all that good stuff. Just thankful I can be outside. But anyways, chapter 2 is really about how those plans got derailed, and how I was really not seeing the big picture. The big picture was really God leading me to where I needed to be despite having that plan fall through of going on this trip. And while I was down, I was kind of upset about not getting to go on the trip. Really what God had planned was far better. And so, like you guys, hope you're all staying safe. Hope you're all healthy and doing well. And so this chapter here, 3, is to wrap everything up, really. And what we're going to talk about is, with all of us going stir crazy, staying at home right now because of this virus, trying to stay safe with the social distancing, what are some things that we can all do to help kind of add some sanity and add some structure back to our lives? So like I was saying in chapter 2, I really, the only thing I could do is go back to work. I'm having to work from home just like everyone else. But there are certain things that I've been doing during my daily schedule that really helps. And it's really starting the morning out with prayer. And you would be surprised at how much better of an attitude you can have, how much more structure to your day you can add by just starting out, whether it's 10 minutes or 15 or 20 minutes. If you don't have much time, start out with 5 or 10 minutes, just some time in prayer with God. I like using this. This is a little card that I've had for years. It's called the Prayer Process, okay? And it's essentially, it's got essentially a few short steps on here, 7 steps that I like to start my day out with. And I notice that if I start the day out with God, any challenges or any adversity or any issues that I may face throughout the day, I can meet them with a lot better mind frame. And I just want to share this with you. I want to highly encourage you maybe to add this to your mornings when you wake up. I know everything can be crazy, trying to work from home, having kids. Like I said, if you've had some big plans in your life that has been totally derailed because of this virus, maybe this can help you, because this whole series is focusing on a few things. This whole series is one, trusting in God. And that's really what I hope you guys have been able to gain from this series, is despite all this craziness that we're facing, if we can refocus and reprioritize God in our lives during this time, we can really come out of this thing in the right mindset. And I know it's easy to become bitter if you've had some of those plans derailed. It's easy to say, well, why, if God's so good, why does he let bad things happen? If you watch chapters 1 and 2, it'll really, I think, put things in perspective. But our whole series here, or the whole chapter of, or I should say series of faith, trust, and how God directs our path is this. If we can put our faith and our trust back in God, what he has planned for us is way better. So even if your plans got derailed, say, God, where are you trying to lead me? Ask God, where are you trying to take me? What is your will? What is your plans for me? What are you trying to teach me? And so this prayer process, for those of you who maybe, don't have a certain way of praying, this will just help you on a few things, okay? And I'm going to go over these seven short steps here. The first one is whenever you start out in the morning, gratitude. Thank God for your blessings. Whatever they may be. If you're getting to spend this time with family, if you're able to get outside and go for a walk, if you still have a job during this time, or as much as little kiddos can drive you crazy, thank God that you have this time to where you can be with your kids. And I know homeschooling kids and doing all the online stuff it can drive just about anyone mad, but take this as an opportunity, not as a burden. And so just thank God for all the blessing, and that you are safe, and so on. And the second one is going to be awareness. Try to revisit in the last 24 to 48 hours where maybe you weren't the best version of yourself. Maybe you got a little impatient, got upset at something small, and ask God to help you with those things that maybe irritate you, annoy you, or kind of get on your little pet peeves list there, and just talk to Him about how you can learn from those situations and face them better in the future. Now, the third one is going to be significant moments. What are going to be some of the significant moments that you're experiencing with your life? Is it maybe you lost your job? Is it maybe you went through a bad relationship? Is it maybe you're just not getting along with someone? And these are some significant moments that you really need some guidance from Him to maybe see the bigger picture. So it's so easy to get focused on the small stuff that's right in front of us. But if we can ask Him to help have Him help us see the big picture and maybe look at it from different views, then we can really kind of start to evolve and really grow in faith and really grow in the virtues that we want to grow in, whether that's faith, patience, whether that's love, mercy, compassion, etc. Now, the fourth step is going to be asking for peace. So again, if you've had any kind of your plans derailed during this time, ask for the peace that God can give you, knowing that He's leading you to where you need to be. So maybe you don't stop to reach those end goals that you were going before they got derailed, but maybe you just take a different path to get there. Or maybe you pray about it and say, man, maybe God isn't wanting me to go down that road or to lead to that endpoint. And I think, when you ask for peace, that'll really help you, with any kind of huge decisions that you may be facing. And with our current reality right now, what better thing to ask for than peace? Let's be thankful that we at least have our safety as of right now. Now, the fifth one is going to be freedom. Freedom is probably not in the sense that you may be thinking, but maybe ask God for freedom from the worldly desires, freedom from the things of this world, whether it's that big promotion, whether it's, maybe you did have those plans derailed. Maybe you had a big vacation plan like I did, and it got derailed. I was really able to have a peace of mind knowing that I did not go to India, that I did not hike and climb in the Himalayas. And it was all because I prayed about it. And that doesn't mean I didn't struggle with it. I struggled with it, but you can still struggle with something and have a peace of mind. I should say this: you can still have a disappointment that you didn't get to, your plans didn't go through, but you can still have a peace of mind knowing that God is leading you to where you need to be. And 6 is pray for others. Pray for our hospital workers, for our doctors, our nurses, our police officers, our men and women in military uniform. Pray for all of our essential workers, the farmers, the truckers, and pray for all those who've lost their jobs because of our current situation. Pray for our faith leaders, our pastors, our priests, our brothers and sisters in Christ, because while you may not have anyone that that has been affected personally by coronavirus, that doesn't mean that there aren't. As you can see, this is a global thing. And like I said, if we use this time to pray for others, and kind of take the focus off of our own desires and place that trust in God, it's going to put us in a lot better frame of mind. And last but not least, step number 7, okay? Pray the Our Father, and really contemplate the words of the Our Father. When you do that, I think you're gonna find, trusting in Him. You may not see the big picture. You may only see that small tree right in front of you, but He's gonna help you see the whole forest. And doing that, I promise you guys, if you start off your day doing these 7 simple prayer steps, which 1 is gratitude, 2 awareness, 3 is significant moments in your life, 4 is praying for peace, 5 is asking for freedom of worldly desires, 6 praying for others, and then 7 praying the Our Father. I promise you, you'll find that the verses that we've repeated throughout this series is going to ring true in your life. Which one is Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and to give you a future. And then you've got Proverbs 16:9. For a man's heart plans his way, but the Lord directs his steps. And then last but not least, Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5 through 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding, but in all thy ways acknowledge him, and he will set your path straight. This is Brian coming at you live from here in Oklahoma. Again, thank you to John and Jenny Reverts. I hope you guys are all staying safe. God bless. And if you know anyone who this series could help, share it with them. You know, you never know what someone's going through, and it's all about glorifying God. Which, you know, this is a beautiful day here. I hope you guys are all having a great Sunday, and love you guys and stay safe. Bye.